What's going on, y'all? It's your boy H Dog, and I'm back here with another video. I've been wanting to make a video like this for quite a while. I haven't had a discussion video in quite some time, and this topic been on my mind for quite some time, and it's the possible trends we could see next generation. What could get better? What could get worse? Um, and one trend that's been sticking out to me that I've seen prevalent, or I would say more so on the rise, slowly but surely, is the fact that you've seen how companies have been like sneaking microtransactions into a game that didn't have them on launch. Like they've been sneaking them in post launch, whether it be weeks, a day, or months after the game's been out, and the reviews have already been written. It's already had the rating on it, and people done bought the game, and money's been already made on it. So I mean, we haven't seen that too often this gen, and really honestly, it's something that's really starting to ramp up. Kind of like how last gen we seen how microtransactions, like towards the end of last gen, we started seeing microtransactions being more on the rise, so to speak, as compared to now, how they've been more prevalent and mainstream, and everybody got to ask the question, okay, does this game have microtransactions? Does it not? And every developer or publisher feels like they have to announce that a game has microtransactions in it or not, as compared to last gen, when last gen some developers would get looked at crazy, like, why are you even bringing it up? Of course you won't have it. But of course we seen how quickly that became on the rise as last gen ended, and even early into this year, it was even early into this gen, I mean, it wasn't as prevalent, but between like 2017 and now, it just went through the roof in terms of popularity, from damn near everybody. Not just that, but loot boxes. But of course, when it comes to loot boxes, I don't think they will be. I don't even think they will be prevalent in the next generation. I think they may be around, but they're not going to be making nowhere near as much noise, if at all. Like, we may have lawmakers that have already cracked down on that, or hopefully the ESRB or one of the big three. I mean, some of the big three have already cracked down in terms of loot box odds, but it could be possible that the big three decide to crack down on loot boxes just outright and tell companies that they can't be in the game at all. But I digress. I will say that the trend of seeing microtransactions being added post-launch is going to be more of a mainstream thing. Is kind of like how microtransactions became a mainstream thing this generation. We've seen it. Like, I think Activision did it with Black Ops 4, where after the money was made, I think the number was 500 mil they made after its opening weekend, and then after that the microtransactions went live. And it's other examples I know I'm forgetting, or forgetting to mention, but they've happened, and it's not something that's been prevalent in terms of like this generation, but it's going to be a lot worse. I think it's going to be mainstream. I think it's going to be something that you're going to see a lot of the big publishers do this. Like, you're going to see Activision's already got the jump ahead. They already got the jump on it. So I would expect to see something like this with every game they got coming out, even Modern Warfare. I wouldn't be surprised. When it comes to EA especially, like, I think they're really gonna be on the ball when it comes to that. Like, they are gonna be on that shit. I don't think in terms of games that we already know that's coming out this year, like Jedi Fallen Order. We know that Need for Speed Heat will have them. It won't have any loot boxes. As far as I know, it's just going to be time saver packs. That's it. But I think they're going to be on the ball on it, and we're going to see more of a prevalence of where we're going to have more situations where day one microtransactions may be a thing of the past, and microtransactions will turn into, like I said, they will turn into being added post-launch, because publishers are looking at this shit and they're looking at it like, wait, we can get away with this shit and nobody can do anything. Because if they add microtransactions in post-launch, they avoid the in-game purchases label. They avoid scrutiny. They'll probably generate more sales day one. And it's something that's going to be a slippery slope, and it's going to be something that is going to be hard to fight. I think it's going to be something for people. It's going to be something that's going to be hard to fight. That's going to be hard to combat against, because if they're adding them post-launch, like at that point, what can you do? And I don't think the outrage will really be there, because there's going to be more outrage if your game has microtransactions day one as compared to having them 6 months after the game has been out. And this is for any game, whether if it's a multiplayer game, single player game, whatever. And I'm not saying that everybody's going to do it. I think the only people that won't do it is going to be only Nintendo and Sony. Gonna still be the ones that make the single player games, won't have microtransactions in them. Now I'm pretty sure there's going to be some other big publishers, maybe not big publishers, but probably there's going to be some big publishers and devs that still won't have microtransactions in them at all, like CD Projekt Red. I could highly expect that won't be a thing. Maybe with a couple others that I'm forgetting about, but it's a thing that when it happens, it's not a matter of if it's going to happen, it's a matter of when. Because Activision laid out the fucking blueprint with Black Ops 4. They laid it out. And guaranteed, you're going to have Andrew Wilson and everybody jumping on that. And when it happens, when something like that happens, it's going to be something nobody can fight against. Because at that point, microtransactions would pretty much have won. In that sense, they would have won, because the fight against microtransactions that people have, like, it's gonna be lost with that. Now, I'm not trying to put any ideas in any developer's head or any publisher's head, but at the same time, they're probably looking at this and thinking about doing this before it's even done, because that way doing it this way, they can get away with it scot-free. Because a game's hype can be hindered more by it having day one microtransactions compared to having microtransactions post-launch, like weeks, months down the line. But it is something that I hope don't happen. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think that there's a chance that post-launch microtransactions could become a mainstream thing, like microtransactions have become a mainstream thing this generation? Let me know in the comments below what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell for more content. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.